Hello, everybody. This is Philly's drag queen, Brittany Lynn, and I am here for the Please Touch Museum on behalf of my Drag Queen Storytime program to read you one of our favorite stories for Pride Month. And this book is called Red, and it is a crayon story, and it's also about labels, which is a very important topic during our Pride Month. So let's begin. I love this book. This is a story about a crayon, and he was red. It says he's red, and he's labeled red, but what color is that? That's right, it's blue. So let's see what's going on with this crayon. So this crayon was red, but he wasn't very good at it, was he? Because this fire engine is normally what color? That's right, red, but what color is this? Blue. And Olive here says, oh dear. His teacher thought maybe he just needed more practice at being red. And his teacher Scarlett says, I'll draw a red strawberry, then you draw a red strawberry. And you can do this, really. What a supportive crayon. But he couldn't do it really because Scarlett draws what color strawberries? Red. And then red draws what color blueberries? Oh, I guess strawberries, but they're blue, see? And red says, like this? And Scarlett says, oh my, let's try again. He keeps drawing blue for some reason. His mother thought maybe he needed to mix with other colors. And his mother, Olive, says, why don't you two go out and draw a nice round orange? And she's speaking about yellow. Now, normally, yellow and red would make orange. Yellow says, a really big one. Red says, a really orange one. But they made a really big greenish one. And yellow says, well, yuck. And red says, oops. But a little funny story here. What color does yellow and blue make? That's right, it would be green. Well, Red's grandparents thought maybe he just wasn't warm enough. And his grandmother Silver says, your class is making self-portraits for Parents' Night. Wear this warm red scarf. And Grandfather Gray says, nice, it's so you. But I guess it didn't work because Goldie makes a gold self-portrait. Teal makes a teal portrait. Purple draws purple. Orange draws orange. Green draws green. And then red is still drawing what color? That's right, blue. And Olive is like, oh, dear me. Well, everybody seemed to have something to say. Amber says, sometimes I wonder if he's really red at all. Hazelnut says, don't be silly, it says so on his label. Cocoa Bean says, well, he came that way from the factory. Fuchsia says, frankly, I don't think he's very bright. Well, Fuchsia has her own opinions. Grape says, well, I think he's lazy. Wow. Army Green says, right, he's got to press harder. Steel Gray says he's got to really apply himself. Sunshine says, give him time, he'll catch on. And Sea Green says, well, of course he will. But he doesn't catch on because green draws a green frog, black draws a black sheep, brown draws a brown cow, and red goes to make a red ant and says, ugh, because look at what color this ant is. Blue. Well, now the art supplies wanted to help. The masking tape thought he was broken inside and says, well, this tape will help hold you together. Give him a little support. The scissors thought his label was too tight and says, well, one snip should do it. And then the sharpener thought he wasn't sharp enough and says, now stay still. But even with all their help and all his hard work, Red still makes blue hearts, blue berries, blue wolves, and even blue toenails. He just couldn't get the hang of it because here they are trying to make a stoplight. Green does green, and that means what on a stoplight? That means go. Yellow draws yellow, and that means slow down. Red tries to make the red, which means stop, but still comes out blue. Well, one day he meets a new friend named Barry, and Barry says, will you make a blue ocean for my boat? Red says, I can't, I'm red. And Barry says, well, will you try? So he did. And it came out wonderful, and Barry says, thank you, it's perfect. And Red says, you're welcome, it was easy. And he doesn't stop there, he makes blue bells, blue birds, blue jeans, and a blue whale, and Red says, you know what? I'm blue. Well, he was blue. And now everyone was talking again. And Olive says, well, my son is brilliant. Amber says, who could have known he was blue? Hazelnut says, I always said he was a little blue. Cocoa Bean says, well, it was obvious. Berry says, his blue ocean really lifted me. Sea Green says, all of his work makes me happy. Brown says, his blue strawberries are my favorite. Apple Green says, he's so intense. Yellow says, I'm going to make a green lizard with him, a really big one. Gray says, I hear he's working on a huge new project. Scarlet says, he's really reaching for the sky. And he really was. The end. So what does that teach you about labels? Sometimes things that are labeled aren't always what they seem. And red was actually blue. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Thank you so much to the Please Touch Museum for having me and my Drag Queen Storytime program for the last few years. I hope everybody has a happy Pride, and let's all celebrate this month together. My name is Brittany Lynn. Have a great month and happy Pride. Thank you. Mwah.